People, deluded, I'm back again. Arsenal 2, Watford 2, we might as well review the player ratings. People, what can I say about that game? First and foremost, from a Watford perspective, excluding the 2 goals where obviously there were 2 poor goals from a Watford perspective to concede, their managers got stuff to work on in the training ground. I feel they were more or less faultless, people. I feel their midfield in particular, Doucouré, Will Hughes putting in constant balls into the box, Doucouré and Capoue working their socks off. De La Feo should have had about 4 or 5 goals, maybe even a double hat-trick in this game. E was good. Going into the game, you would not have known the turmoil that's been Watford in the last few weeks. Their league position, their managerial turnaround, uncertainties and question marks over players. If you just watched that game, you would not have known none of that, people. They had about 30 odd shots. We had about 4 on target. Is this what if the funny thing is, if we walked away at 2-0 or even 2-1, people would have said it wasn't a perfect performance, it was a professional job, it was this, that and the other. And this is my pet peeve with Arsenal fans. Yes, that would be it, but it doesn't matter if we go way back to last season with the 22 unbeaten run or other things. We like to talk in extremes and we like to forget things and not speak about things. And when it happens today, you see the issues, people. It's individual errors again and again and again. Against Spurs, it was Xhaka, and people came out and spoke about the chances. If we took our chances, we would have won. What chances were there today? So at the bare minimum, if you can't score, you don't concede, and that's where we've got to learn. Individual errors today, individual errors against Liverpool, individual errors against Spurs, and they're coming from the most senior looking individuals within this side. Like, I feel Maitland-Niles today, excluding the assist, I'm a big MN fan, was terrible today, people. But he didn't make no glaring mistake like Socrates did, like what's-his-face did, David Luiz did, and it's going to keep costing us. Until this gets out of our game, until people are proactive in this, until people are able to focus for large periods and do these finer details that make you get top 4, you can forget about it, because we've shot ourselves in the foot. We can sit here and deal with ifs and buts. If this didn't happen and that didn't happen, like we've done in the last previous game weeks, people, we can only deal with facts, and we've dropped 2 points. It feels like a defeat, people, because of the position we had ourselves in. And it's another game where a team's been in poor form prior, and they can leave this game with some sort of positives and something to allow them to build upon. We know a lot of them players are playing for the badge, playing for the fans, and got a lot to say, and it's Arsenal, so players are just going to be at it even more. But it's disastrous, people. Disastrous. I actually don't have issues with the lineup today, people. I feel the formation, obviously we clearly got to work on if we're going to play with that. We played some attacking players, we scored 2 goals. I've got no problems with how we played, people, with how we lined up. But I'm seeing the fullbacks just getting destroyed, specifically Maitland-Niles, and to be fair, him and Kolasinac are not being supported. I feel Ozil, Ceballos and Aubameyang, 3 players that can leave the field with their heads held high. I feel if we really force it, they weren't really in positions where they could influence the game, because you saw Watford out of possession. It looked like a 4-4-2 of sorts, if not a 4-2-3-1. Apologies for my cousin's PS3 in the background, 4, sorry. It looked like that. Aubameyang's out wide. You don't mind him out there. Ozil and Ceballos are having to drop deeper. One of them's on the left-hand side at times. You don't mind that. From Watford, you want that. They're not in positions to threaten the game. I don't feel Maitland-Niles supported the thing enough, and when he got an assist. So yeah, man, I'm harping on about things that are irrelevant, and this noise is annoying me. So let's start with I feel Aubameyang 10 out of 10. 2 goals, he done his job. What did he do wrong, people? 10 out of 10 performance. Pepe, I give Pepe a 5. Didn't really do nothing of note. Kind of, again, you got to be patient, but the end product at times can frustrate me, but I still support him and stand by him. But at the end of the day, I ain't seen nothing of significance from him, really. Apart from him and Guendouzi backing each other to go and fight Helibas or whatever. So he gets a 5. I'll give Ozil an 8, man. Maybe even, you know what, I'll give Ozil a 9, because what did Ozil do wrong today? He was involved, he's done his creative business. When him and Ceballos came off, I felt it started to go wrong for us, really, beyond the fact that we shot ourselves in the foot with disastrous mistakes. So I'll give Ozil a 9, to be fair. I'll give Ceballos a 7. I feel Ceballos was cool today. Lovely to see him win the ball back in the build-up for our first goal. So I'll give him a 7. I'll give Guendouzi a 6. I don't feel he was terrible, but he weren't amazing. Kind of standards did kind of drop towards, as the game went on, towards the latter stages. Xhaka, I give Xhaka a 5 or 6, so I'll just give him a 5. I don't feel he was poor today. My main issues is, I'm going to skip the fullbacks for a sec. Luiz and Socrates, pardon me, people, freeze. You lot know me, I never try to give threes and ratings like this, but I feel Luis was playing alright and he had a good game excluding that mistake, but it's at the end of the day, I can't exclude the mistake. Fact is, we drop points, it feels like a defeat. Luis, stupid penalty again, and it follows on from Liverpool. Stupidness. Socrates, I don't know what he's doing. When we play him playing out from the back, them blunders are going to happen, people. You've seen Pep's sides do that. You've actually seen Barcelona at times concede them goals. They're going to happen. But they're happening week in, week out. And for me, why I'm getting annoyed now is because Socrates and Luis, they're probably... I want Holding to be it, but in terms of experience and whatnot, that's probably Emery's first choice defence, at least until Holding gets a chance to show he's on this thing again. They're two experienced individuals. It's always the most experienced individuals within this team making errors. Yeah, Joe Willock should have probably squared it in the end of the game. Nelson should have sorted his footing out for one of the efforts. But it's always players that have played for top clubs in Socrates. He's played for Arsenal, Dortmund and Milan. Xhaka didn't make no mistakes today. It's really so I'm not scapegoating him, but I'm highlighting a point. Xhaka has played for his country X amount of times and whatnot. Obviously, David Luiz, Champions League winner, played at World Cups and the rest of them. Leno made some good saves, but did look shaky at times for me. I'll be real with you, but I ain't got no beef with him today. Again, just to highlight the point, mistake. He's played. I don't know if he's actually got a German cap, but he's been in and around that German side, and he's not. In terms of experience, he's played a lot of games, so I can't understand it. Players have got to learn to focus. I do think you've got to look at what Emery was doing. I don't have any problems with the formation. Yes, we've clearly got teething issues with that and whatnot. My issue is probably more how we react to these sort of things and whatnot. My issue is more with the players, because yeah, we could look at Emery and things like that, but the players, man, like Emery cannot account for David Luiz switching off. He cannot account for Socrates doing dumb stuff. He can't. At the end of the day, it falls down to him, and the fact that he's only got nine clean sheets in his however many Arsenal games he's managed, what Sky Sports said, it has, some of that has to lie with him, regardless of, for a large part of that, we had players that weren't here. He had to use the likes of Mustafi last season. Obviously, them statistics are going to be screwed, but at the end of the day, some of that boils down to him. In the same way, from the moment Emery stepped in, we were sick at playing out from the back, people. We were superb at playing out from the back. It doesn't matter who's really in that defence. There's still some sort of competency from playing out the back. Why are we not even a fraction switched on defensively, people? It don't make no sense. So freeze for the centre halves respectively. I'm ranting so much, I even forgot about the fullbacks. Maitland-Niles, I'm going to give him a 5. It's a 4, but he gets a 5 for the assist, the bonus point. I feel Maitland-Niles had a tough game. Too easy for Delafeu, and if I'm Delafeu's teammates, I don't think it's his fault, but I'm kind of kicking him because he had the beating of Maitland-Niles almost any time, and I'm sure there was almost became a running thing in the second half. How many chances just skimmed past Leno's post from Delafeu? I don't feel, away from how he is defending, I don't feel Maitland-Niles is passing, just basics being switched on, and it is getting a bit concerning. You don't know me, I'm Maitland-Niles FC, I back Maitland-Niles, I want him to stay. I believe he can be a competent addition in this side, but I can't defend the undefendable at times, so he gets a 5. Kolasinac, I give him a 5. If I watch the game again, I might change, but I really liked his assist. I don't feel he was terrible. My major issue really and truly is with our centre halves, people. I give Leno a 6. He made some good saves. He did look shaky at times. The substitutions in Joe Willock, Reece Nelson and Torreira, yeah, they were decent and whatnot, but they weren't on the field long enough. Joe should have got his head up, and he saw his name in lights after that lovely dribble. We'll forgive him, because at the end of the day, that was more than what some players shown. Nelson should have sorted his footing out and probably try to smash it into the top bins, and there was one effort which was a bit tame at the keeper. But these are young G's, they're just coming onto the pitch. What can I say? Torreira, yeah, he came on, he put himself around, but really and truly there's not really any real rating for these players. I've got nothing more to add, man. I'm just really keen to hear what he said in these post-match comments, because I'm really looking at these players now. But on that note, people, Deluded, I'm out. Thank you for watching and rocking as usual.